Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be playing around with the new Morphe 39S palette. This is what she looks like. She's super cute. Definitely a palette right up my alley. You guys know I love my pinks and purple tones. So when I first saw this, I think it was when Trend posted it, I was super excited. A bunch of people tagged me in it and a lot of you guys asked me to do a review on it. So that's what I'm here doing today. I'll be doing some swatches, also be doing a tutorial using the palette, and then giving you guys my review at the end of the video. Super excited for this palette because it reminded me of like a bigger version of the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette, which you guys know is my favorite palette from Colourpop. It's the one that I use the most. So I went out and got it the day that it launched at the Morphe store. It's taken me like a little bit of time to actually get this video up because every time I was gonna film it, like something, like there's just so many things launching all at once. So I'm finally sitting down and filming it today. This already launched, so I'm gonna go ahead and just read some information about the palette. So there are 39 shades in here. It says there's 14 shimmers, 12 mattes, 7 brand new silk slip toppers. It says that those glide on like a gel and set like a powder, 3 satins, and then 1 bronzed flame glitter. It is $35. Obviously use any code to get 10% off. Use Adopt Love, I think is the code. That one gives to animal shelters, or you can use any other code. Friends over at Dupe That have a code. It's just Dupe That, but of course you can use any code that you want. It's a mixture of different finishes in this palette. These middle shades in here are the silk toppers, kind of gel-like. I mean, that's what it says that they are. They're gel formula kind of, and they're kind of like a sheer topper that goes on top of like different shadows and stuff to kind of change the finish of it. Is the one like pressed glitter in here as well. Else is just like the typical mattes and shimmers in here. That is pretty much it about the palette. It's available on the Morphe website and in the Morphe stores. This is the look that I came up with today using the palette. If you guys want to see how I got this look right here and also to hear my thoughts on this palette, then just keep watching. I'm going to start off with the shade Pink Prize Bubblegum Pink. Using this as a transition shade. Not too bubblegum pink. It does have a little bit of a purple tone to it too. So far so good. So I think next I'm going to go into this shade, which is Posh Boss. Oh, that's pigmented. That's the only thing I don't like about these kind of palettes is they're just so big. So I'm just, you know, doing the same thing. Patting, blending. I just like to place the pigment down where I want it and then I kind of just blend it out. But this shade is really pretty. I love these kinds of shades. It's super pigmented. I really like it. I honestly would just throw this shade like all over my eye and call it a day. I kind of bring that up just a little bit because I know once I start putting some more colors into my crease, I feel like I'm going to lose this shade, so I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher because I do want this shade to show. This shade right here, Purple Majesty, I think. I'm taking this on a time 206. I'm going to put that a little bit lower into the crease. It's a really nice purple. It's like it looks like Barney. It reminds me of Barney, but I love Barney purple. Okay, I'm placing that into my lower part of my crease, almost kind of onto my lid, and then I'm going back with what is it called? Bougie. I said the wrong name first. It's Bougie, not Posh Bosh. Sorry. This bright shade is Bougie, which I think is a very appropriate name for this. And going back with Purple Majesty to kind of get that color back. So once I have that down, I'm gonna go in Make It Rain. It is this like royal purple right here. Taking that on the same time 206 brush and placing that on the outer corner and to the lower part of my crease. I'm really just trying to blend all these colors together, honestly, so I'm really just doing the exact same thing every time. A little bit lower and lower each time. It's really nice too. That one's really pigmented. So I'm just stamping where I want the color to be, and then with whatever's left on the brush, bringing that into the crease. Going with kind of a smaller blending brush and blending Make It Rain and Purple Majesty together. I'm gonna go back with this brush with Purple Majesty, just so that blends a little bit nicer into the other shades. And I'm going back with Bougie, and then I'm just going back to intensify the Make It Rain shade just in case we lost it while blending. I think that's good. I'm gonna take the same brush, this like little blending brush. This is in Luxie 231. I'm taking this shade Very Good. It's like, God, it's this shade right here. I'm gonna take a little bit of that. I love these shades right here. I'm gonna kind of use like as much shades as I can for this look. The Luxie 121. I think I'm gonna take this shade. How shimmery is this shade? It's like a black with some shimmer in it. I feel like it's one of those shades that, you know, won't be that shimmery once you kind of start blending it. So I'm taking a little bit of that. And I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. I think I'm mainly gonna focus this just on the outer corner. And I'm actually gonna take it in like a almost like diagonal shape, if that makes sense. Like I'm going onto the lid a little bit just to kind of smoke that out. But I feel like that black is getting everywhere. Yeah, there isn't too much shimmer in it. So I'm just doing like this kind of shape, if that makes sense. I'm going back with Make It Rain to blend that together. Kind of have like a cat eye effect a little bit. I have some like black shadow down here, so let's just ignore that. I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. I'm using the Colourpop concealer that is a little bit lighter and a Makeup Shack T51 brush. I'm gonna do a half cut crease. So I'm starting right here. Cover up where I just put that black shadow, which I should have thought of before, but I'll go back and fix it. And then, as always, going in with my NYX pigment primer just to make sure that everything sticks. I do this all the time. Nothing new here. And that right on top where we put the concealer. So for my lid color, I'm going with this shade right here. It's called Marvelous, sorry. And I'm just gonna apply that where we put the concealer down and stuff. To be honest, I feel like I couldn't find like a lid color really to use for this look. I don't know why. Okay, I don't like this brush. I came with a more like firm brush. That one was a little flimsy. There we go. It looks really pretty on its own. I am gonna wet it though. It's always like wetting shadows. There we go. I feel like shimmers and Morphe palettes are always like really hit or miss. Like they're either really good or they like suck. It's not my favorite, and I probably wouldn't have used this color for my lid, but there really wasn't anything else in there that I could have really used that would have made like a pop on my lid. I mean, it looks fine. It's not like my favorite thing that I would have put in on my lid, but it is what it is. I'm gonna go on top of it with one of the silk toppers, I think is what they're called. So it's all the middle shades. This shade right here, because I swatched it and it's really pretty, right, with the same brush. And I'm gonna wet it. I feel like this little topper does make a difference. It has like an iridescence duochrome kind of. Let me show you what it looks like, because it's like almost sheer, but it has that like reflect in it, you see? But it almost looks like when you don't have it towards the light, you can't even see it, and then like when the light hits it, it's really pretty. I like the toppers. I just don't really care for the shimmers in here. I swatched a few of them and they weren't really doing it for me, so that was really the only one that really like popped. So but I do like it now that it has the topper on top of it. So I'm gonna go back with whatever was left on the brush that I used the black with, fix that little shape that I did. I like how that looks. I'm gonna do this eye really quick off camera. I think that the silk little topper shade or whatever really made the look more like pop more, because that other lid shade just kind of looked a little, it was pretty, but it's not like the pop that I was looking for like my lid. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of my face, and I'll come back and do my lower lash line. So I'll be right back. I'm currently baking right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do the lower lash line. For eyeliner, I'm gonna put the Colourpop cream gel liner in the shade Piggy Bank in my waterline. I feel like this is a pretty good color to use with this eye look. Waterline. These eyeliners are so good, you guys. I wore the blue one the other day from my the blue look that I did in my last video, and it literally lasted the entire day in my waterline. I was honestly so shook. So use these all the time. Like, they are so freaking good. The perfect eyeliner for this. It's like a grape color. Take the shade Purple Majesty, which was that Barney color, and I'm gonna put that at the lash line with a little smudger brush. I'm just placing that down, and I'm gonna take a little pencil brush, shade Bougie, and blend that out. That is that like hot pink shade. And I'm gonna connect that to the top, back with Purple Majesty, just because I want a little bit more of that color there. Same brush, I'm taking the black shade, which was called Rocks On. I don't think I ever said the name of it. And I'm gonna put that on just the outer part of the lower lash line, just so it's kind of mimicking the top. That way we have like a nice like cat eye effect. So put on some mascara, lashes, finish up the rest of my face, and then I will come back and give you guys my final thoughts on the palette. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I was gonna take my hair down, but honestly I feel like it looks like really cute and messy and simple, so I'm just gonna leave it. I don't even know like what's going on with it, but I kind of like it, so whatever, just ignore my hair. I went ahead and just did my lashes and stuff. So lashes, I'm wearing the Rouge and Rogue Noirella lashes. I can never say it. Lips, this is a Smashbox spoiler alert liquid lipstick. So yeah, this is the finished look. I do like the look. Watch some of the shimmers in here, and honestly like the shimmers just like aren't doing it for me. But however, the like gel silk toppers or whatever, like all the middle shades, those ones, those ones are really nice. It's just like the other shimmers in the palette that I like, they're not bad, but they're not like great. Shimmers in here I feel like don't really go with the, well, like some of them, like there's some like golds and like deeper bronzy shades kind of, and I feel like that doesn't really go with the other colors. I mean, there are some like browns in here too, so I guess it does, but like for me, when I was doing my lid, I really wanted something that was like bright and that would pop, and I didn't really have anything in here. And like some of the shimmers, like they're not like that great. Like there are a few, like the one that I used on my, see like that one, it's not, they're all kind of like almost sheer. It's really weird. There is like a pressed glitter in here. I didn't even use it, but there is a pressed glitter in here that's like a bronze shade. This is it right here. I wish I would have done like something pink or purple or something like that. Like a lavender shade in here that I really wanted to use, and honestly it's just not very pigmented. No, like that one's good. That one's pretty, but see like that wouldn't go with like these colors, you know. There are, like I said, there are browns in here, but I don't think if you're buying this palette, I don't think you're buying it for the browns, you know. Matte shades in here are actually really good though, and I do think the mattes in here are worth it. I do feel like the shades that really do matter the most are the ones that are matte in here anyway, so like the pinks and the purples and things like that. I thought they were really good. They do blend out really nicely. I didn't have any issues blending with them. They stayed pretty pigmented. They didn't get muddy or anything once I started blending. $35, and then you can use a code on it. I think altogether, I think I paid like $33 when I used a code. So $33, it's not that bad, but I still do think it's a little pricey if you're just going to use the mattes in it. So it's just kind of preference of like if you think it's worth spending the money or not. I do have shades like this in other palettes. If you do like these shades and want something a little bit cheaper, the Colourpop It's My Pleasure palette does have these shades in here, and you can get a look pretty similar to this with this palette. Do I think it's worth the money? Yes and no. I'm like on the fence because I do like the mattes, but the shimmers were kind of a dud for me, so it's kind of like up in the air right now. If you don't mind spending the $35, like, then by all means, I don't think you'll be disappointed with it. With the mattes, at least the shimmers, you can wet them and make them a little bit more metallic, but I don't know. Like I said, the silk topper shades in the middle are good though, and putting them on top really did make a difference for that lid shade. They're like over here like trying to save your money like just for this palette, I would say just like skip it and maybe buy like something cheaper, like the Colourpop one or like the Time one. I hate it, but I don't like love it either. It's kind of just like meh. You feel like you want it really bad, like, and you don't mind spending the $35, then like get it. But also it's like, I'm not going to tell you to like run to Morphe and go buy it right now, you know. Do you like the look that I came up with today? I hope that this review was helpful. I don't know, I always feel like weird when I do reviews and I'm not giving you like a it's really good or like it's a shitty product kind of video, because I'm kind of like, was this even helpful? But that's just how I feel about the palette. It's kind of just like meh, it's okay, it's not great, it's not bad. Anyways, I hope that this video was like somewhat helpful for you guys, since a lot of you guys did ask me to do a video on this palette, so I hope that it was helpful a little bit. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys did like this video, then make sure to give it a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.